What's going on, YouTube? We are back with another video on another farming strategy, and I am incredibly excited for this one because it is so easy and it is so profitable and it is so new player friendly. It's absolutely crazy. I can't wait. So let's do it. Now you are going to need three things for this strategy. The first one is you need to have the Searing Exarch button and influence unlocked. If you do not have it unlocked, you probably have a quest for the Searing Exarch or Eater of Worlds. You can actually do either or. Do Eater of Worlds or Searing Exarch unlocked. You'll see the quest line, follow that quest line until you unlock this circle button right here. Okay. Second, you need 19 Atlas points, and that's not even true. You could do this without 19 Atlas points. You would just make 10% less profit. So even if you're just starting, it doesn't really matter. And the last thing is you need tier 14 plus maps, so tier 14, 15, or 16. They could be white, they can be blue, they can be rare. It doesn't matter. They just have to be tier 14 plus because, as you see, defeat tier 14 plus right here in order to get progression on this. So what are we doing? Well, we are invitation farming, whether it is the Eater of Worlds invitation or it is the Searing Exarch invitation. And these pop and drop when you fill this circle right here, and it says 0 out of 28, 0 out of 28, which means you have to get in a map. And a lot of you are probably thinking, so what, you're just running a random map, running to the boss, killing it to get the progression towards the invitation? No, because what a lot of people don't know, including myself, as of about a week to a week and a half ago, you do not have to kill the boss to get the progression. All you have to do is get the monsters to spawn. Once you see either the red aura go out and the first pack spawns, or the blue aura go out and the first pack spawns, that is when you get the progression. So you can leave the map right there. You can literally get a progression point in 10 seconds. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. You can just leave the map and do it. So for everyone that's like, who's picking up all these maps that are tier 14 plus, and you just have a stash tab full of maps, or a map tab, you know, completely full, and you're thinking, oh, I might run these one day. No, you won't. You won't. They will sit there until they get converted to Standard League at the end of the season. Stop lying to yourself. You aren't going to run them with any actual meaning. You aren't going to bulk sell them either, okay? Let's just be honest with ourselves. So what do? You get a whole bunch of maps. Just do this. Now, the reason I say you need 19 Atlas points, you get Atlas by completing your map tree, okay, doing the special bonus on the map. If you hit G, you could see it. Once you have 19, that is how many points you need to either go up here to the left, up here to this node. Your maps have a 10% chance to award double progress towards encountering the Searing Exarch, or on the flip side, if you went this way and up this one, Etched by Acid, your maps have 10% chance to award double progress towards encountering the Eater of Worlds, okay? You don't even really need that, to be honest, but I'm assuming at this part in the league, most of you probably do have at least 19 Atlas points to put in here, and it will give you literally 10% more value from doing this. As you can see, it takes normally 28 maps to do it. If you have the 10%, it's going to take, on average, 24 to 25, so it just makes things faster. Now, which one is better to run for this strategy, Searing Exarch or Eater of Worlds? Well, it doesn't matter too much because they aren't far off as far as the price of the invitation you get. The Eater of Worlds, I believe, at time of recording this video, is about 5 chaos more. It's not that much in the grand scheme of things. I'm running Eater of Worlds when I do this right now, which is the blue one, simply because there's a chance for Divine Aura, and every once in a while when I pop the guys, they die and an altar spawns, and while I'm teleporting back to town to exit the map, I can catch a quick glimpse of the altar that popped and see if it's a divine altar, which is incredibly rare. I have not found one, but that's the reason I'm doing Eater of Worlds. But honestly, you can do Searing Exarch just as easily, especially if, you know, say you already have a strategy that you like for running maps like regularly, and you're more on the left side, and you don't want to go all the way up here to this Eater of Worlds. It's perfectly fine just to do the Searing Exarch. In the long run, it doesn't really matter. So I will be doing a full rotation. I might speed up parts, but honestly, I probably don't even have to do that because me just messing around, talking with chat, streaming, watching something on Twitch, I was able to do a full rotation in 9 minutes and 30 seconds, I think. And what does that mean? Well, you can get these maps for 1 chaos apiece easily on TFT. In fact, I bought 2,200 of them last night, and I didn't even complain while we were doing it. Oh, we're at the V's. What is this, the last one? Oh, come on. And we can go over that too if you need be, but it is just, I just went to get white maps, and a lot of you are going to have these maps anyways. You're going to have a bunch of 14 tier plus maps in your stash tab, but you can go to the Forbidden Trove. You type in Google TFT Discord, join the Discord, and then you can go to bulk maps, want to buy on Crucible softcore or whatever league you're playing in, even if it's standard. Go to maps, want to buy, that's what WTB stands for, and you can put something in there like this. I have it in Notepad because I put it up relatively often. Want to buy softcore, T14 to 16 maps, any maps. I want to buy your trash maps, clear your stash, 1 chaos per, and I do a deal 200 for a divine for bulk people. So if you don't have the maps, you want to do the strategy, if you buy them, it is completely worth it, because say if you're getting an invitation every 25 maps, that is 25 chaos turned into 175 chaos in 9 minutes. That equates to about 425 divine an hour. And it's so simple. It's so easy. I'm going to do a full rotation and we'll talk about some stuff. First, I will talk about a little how to make it a little bit faster, but you will see me do it very quickly. And while I'm doing it, if it's not a sped up part, that means I thought of something while I was doing it as kind of a tip. But right off the bat, after the altar pops, you want to just go back to town. Not the altar, sorry. When you see the blue or red aura go out, which means they are spawning, that's it. You got the progress point. You got the progress towards this. And you will see this circle fill up as I do this. And you can do that in 3 ways. You can make a town. You can grab a bunch of town portal scrolls. You can use a portal gem. Now, if you use a portal gem, you are going to want 20% quality because the quality increases the cast speed. And the only downside about just using a portal gem with nothing else on it, say I put it, in case of my flame golem, which is where I'd have it, usually, if anything taps you while you're casting that town portal spell, it stops it, okay? Whereas with a town portal scroll, it does not stop it, okay? It just automatically goes up even if you're getting hit. So that's the advantage of town portal scroll. The downside is eventually you're going to run out of town portal scrolls. You might have to trade for town portal scrolls or go to, what's her name? There's a girl in Act 10 that is not Lily, has a similar name, that does you can trade in Scrolls of Wisdom for town portals at like a stupid ratio of like 4 to 1 or something. It's also not really worth it. But if you have enough cast speed and you have a 20% quality portal gem, you can cast it quick enough usually, or you can just blink away or flame dash away from the mob and get it up quick enough. Now, the third way that I have to get a shout out to Porcupine X for telling me about this on the stream, which I think is brilliant, is on Switch, which I have my Switch weapon bound to my F key. If you don't know which one yours is, you can go to Options, Input, scroll down to Weapon Swap. Excuse me. Weapon Swap, and that is right here. Okay? So mine's on F, and what I have on my F is I bought for 1 chaos, or maybe it was 2 chaos, because no one was answering me, a trigger a socketed spell on using a skill with a 4-second cooldown. So what that's going to do is when I use a skill, when I have this equipped, it is going to cast Portal, because I have my Portal gem. It's a white gem, it can go in any color. When I use a skill, which works with my Cyclone, okay? So what I do is when I'm done, I hit F, I Cyclone, it casts a town portal, I switch back. Now I have 3 auras in my shield, so as I'm doing it, you will see once I swap and swap back, I have to hit ERT to turn those 3 auras on. I have them right here. Okay, not bad. I got fine with it almost immediately. Not that big a deal if you have auras in your shield, you just have to make sure you turn them on again. So those are the 3 options you can do to get back to town as fast as possible. Now, I am going to put a stopwatch. I won't leave it on the screen because I don't want it always on my screen. It's super annoying. But you will see I'm not going to break the clip. This is not that complicated. It is going to take around 9 or 10 minutes. And I'm going to do just one take. So if it takes 11 minutes, if I get bad luck for some reason and the altars aren't popping, 11 minutes is still pretty damn good. Okay, it'll still prove the point. And I also pulled random maps of all different kinds. Doesn't have to be a certain kind of map. And the last thing before we start, you have to kill a boss to get the invitation. So once you're at 27 out of 28, I highly suggest using a map that you know easily where the boss is. Or you could just run any map normally, find the boss on your own. Because when you kill them, that 28th progression is going to drop a invitation. Again, screaming invitation for the Eater of Worlds. I was doing this last night before I got off streaming. I got a couple quick invitations, and then I went to bed. But my map of choice, because I know the layout, some other good ones are stuff like Atoll or even Strand, because it's a straight line. You can just run past stuff or kill stuff as you're running. Crimson Temple is a good one too, because it only has, I think, 3 main layouts, maybe 2, that you can learn very quickly on where the boss is. I like to run Cemetery because I generally know where the boss is. So what I will do is I will keep on the right a couple cemetery maps. Once I get to that 27 out of 28 progression, I run the cemetery, kill the boss real quick, pick up the invitation, start all over with, just any of these random maps. Alright, so let's get it going. I keep a stack of scouring orbs because as I'm doing the maps, sometimes I don't even look at what they are. There's only one thing this build cannot do, and that is reflect elemental damage. Now, if you want to get really fancy and make it, or if I want to make it, even fancier, I could put on my, you and your minions take 100% reduced reflected damage from enemies, and I could do those maps, and I wouldn't have to look at anything. But I'd rather wear my, my damage gear just because it's a little bit more fun than my 5-link reflect chest. So when I put them in, I either just kind of graze over them while I'm putting them in the map device. If I see something that I cannot do, I just scour it down to white. I can do this one, but screw it. Scour it down to white. It does not have to be a certain tier or anything like that. So I am going to put something on the side monitor and watch something while I do this, and I will put up this fancy stopwatch app provided by Microsoft, not a sponsor. And you can see it was up from the last time I timed myself, which was the only time I timed myself. It took 9 minutes and 40 seconds. So see if we can beat that. Although I'm not going to kill myself and go as fast as possible. I'm just going to do it at a relative normal pace. Alright, see, now I'm at 27 out of 28. So I'm going to run my cemetery map, because I can usually find the boss pretty easily. This one should be in the bottom left, I believe. Or not. Maybe I don't know this layout at all. I thought I did. Invitation time. 9 minutes and 8 seconds. I turned around 24 to 25 garbage maps into 178 chaos. That I did nothing special. You just watched me do it. Okay, so I can go back to town. You saw I used my my weapon switch where I hit F, I cyclone, then I hit F again. I come back, and then I had to turn my 3 auras back on. They were in my shield, and I just keep running them. And you can just keep doing that. Okay? So, in summary, and we'll put these up to prove a point. Say I wasn't that greedy, and I just wanted to sell them for 170 apiece. And we will talk about the in summary while these are listed. So, get a bunch of white maps, get your garbage maps. They have to be tier 14 plus. Make sure that you have the influence unlocked. Ideally, you want to run these passives. Okay, to get the 10%. As soon as you see the pop, you can go watch me do the run. You can see as soon as I see that blue pop, or the if you're running Searing Exarch, it's the same thing, just red. I get out of there, go back to town, run the next map. Once it gets to 27 out of 28, I run a map that I know I have to kill the boss, because that's the only way the invitation drops. And that is it. Okay. If you want to run more stuff on your passive, I like to run Ritual, because it gives you there's always packs, you know, in the Ritual. So I do like, if you have some extra points and you want to solely just do this strategy, getting Ritual to spawn as much as possible, because if you see a Ritual node, you know that there are people over there that are going to kill, that are going to pop the blue stuff. Okay? So yeah, everyone, that is it. Thank you for watching. Whether you're an experienced player or a new player, this is the easiest strategy. You don't need sextants, don't need scarabs, don't need anything. You just need to either use the crappy white maps that you're lying to yourself that you're going to run, or blue maps or rare maps or whatever, or you can just go on TFT and buy them in bulk. Hell, ask your friends. Be like, you got some maps I can use? Like, I'll split it with you, I'll run it with you. Whatever. 9 minutes for if you bought the maps for a what? That's a 145 chaos profit. If you do it in your maps, your own maps, that's all profit. Okay? It's that simple. So yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and please join the Twitch. I'm streaming a lot lately, and there's a ton of great people in there. We have a great time just talking, hanging out, talking games, talking live, talking POE. And we're all helping each other too. I've helped a bunch of people get some void stones. I always like helping everyone. So get over there and follow on Twitch, so we can all hang out. We are going to all start playing, you know, some D4, gonna do a clan, so very important you get over there. Let me know in the comments any ways that you think you can make this strategy a little bit quicker, a little bit easier. I can probably think of a couple ways, but I honestly don't think, like, it's splitting hairs. You just saw it took me 9 minutes, and I was watching a Twitch stream while I was doing it, just kind of listening and like not really paying attention, and it was that easy. So yeah, just do it. Seriously, trust me, just try it. You're gonna love it. I'm not saying you have to run it constantly. This is all you're going to do, but especially if you're a newer player and you're like, damn, that new weapon's too divine, it's like, you can do that in less than 20 minutes. So yeah.